When I was a kid, I used to dream about making it big. It was cold where I came from. So cold your eyes would freeze shut if you were outside for too long. My room growing up was green, and I remember hiding my secrets under the bed. My house was always so cold. I remember feeling pressed against my bed by many layers of wool blankets on top of me. I used to stare up into the glow-in-the-dark plastic stars on my ceiling, and I would just dream. I would imagine myself as a rock star, and I would imagine myself as a famed artist, as a bohemian, a free spirit, and a Bob Dylan. But eventually I just grew up, started having lots of gay sex at an early age, and heroin was all I needed to live. But my story isn't about that, I guess. It's about bigger things. It's about a movement and how I got caught up in it all. It's about fame, by any means necessary. 'Cause I always knew I'd make it. I just didn't realize how easy it would be.
I'm 10 on these niggas, little iron fingers. In the back of the club with the gangbangers. Canaries in my watch with them bathing apes. Doing my body like this, working my Thea's face, I'm ballin'. Why would I fuck with a ripper? Trying to hit Magic City, I'm in love with a stripper. Drinking that silver, up all night. On them green Mac Dre's and them yellow and blue Nikes. Once again it's on. She trying to take a few flicks for a camera phone. Yeah, pretty lips, cute face. I'm gonna make a famous nigga on MySpace. Like, I don't dance, I do my body like this. I'm a coon, you ain't never met nobody like this. I don't dance, I do my body like this. I'm a coon, you ain't never met nobody like this. I'm 50-20s on these niggas, little icy high. I rock that real jewelry, them icy rocks. It's diamonds in my ear, diamonds in my necklace. Yeah, orange juice and a blunt for breakfast. What you know about them Lambo doors? Escort bitches, nigga, marble on flows. Running from the paparazzi, I'm $1 million nigga like DiBiase. Little homie, I'm a plur. Like the airport, nigga jumping off a lure. Yeah, you know your boy pop tags. I be walking out the mall with like 50 11 bags. I don't dance, I do my body like this. I'm a coon, you ain't never met nobody like this. I don't dance, I do my body like this. I'm a coon, you ain't never met nobody like this.
It's not open today? Okay. Chris Crocker, Bette Midler, Paula Abdul, Kylie Minogue, Shia LaBeouf, just met him. One time, I was having lunch at Cozy, and supposedly Jet Li was outside. So I almost knew him. Yeah, I know him. A bunch of them I just meet out, you know? And then also, a lot of them know Ryder, so I just met him. When I'm dying on my deathbed and I think about life as a journey where you meet people, I want to remember meeting famous people. That's all life is. These relationships.
Ryder's rebellious in an interesting kind of a way. I know that part where some people think, you know, he's a dick, in the sense that he's difficult or is challenging them in a way that maybe they find insulting. He doesn't care if he, you know, rubs people the wrong way, if he has a more important point to get across that he thinks is ultimately maybe good for people or for society. Well, I think the event of of my lifetime, certainly, and perhaps the century, is when Ryder Ripps presented his film, he did his screening. You had to be there.
When I was 13 and I met Leonardo DiCaprio, I cried. I thought that was what you were supposed to do. I love R. Kelly because he reminds me of Ryder. I feel like both of them are the only people audacious enough to pee on someone. I think it's funny when people get pissed off by that kind of behavior because that's the entire point. By getting pissed off, you're making that behavior a success. On a scale from 1 to 10, I would put Ryder's success at a 8.15. Ryder self-perpetuates his own celebrity. I was walking in the West Village and was turning a corner in my neighborhood very far from where Ryder lives. And I saw his name tagged and stopped in my tracks. I saw his signature on a doorway. And it wasn't anybody else's signature. You could tell exactly whose signature it was. And the people I was with actually took a picture of it. Now I'm wondering if we can sell it on eBay, to be honest with you. Yeah, if you asked me, I would say that Ryder's greatest joy is to piss people off.
Ryder Ripps is a douchebag famous person. He's just a fucking shithead. Real fucking dickhead.
I mean, isn't that a term of endearment these days, or no? I feel like there are worse things to be called, don't you? Than a dick? I mean, to me, calling somebody a dick really depends on who's calling it. Maybe they were asking for dick. Gay. Real gay. Gay. When I was young, my dream was to be on Seventh Heaven when I was 9. And gladly we've moved out of that stage. No, I'm not in the tabloids, although I did see that I wore it better by 68% the other day. I don't know. I feel like I don't have an image yet. That's good. I can be whoever I want to be. I think unless you keep on reinventing yourself, why you're famous will go out of style. You can get famous for your work and you can get famous for, your pussy being out. People who aren't famous think that everybody who is famous is deaf. So if they see you and they recognize you, they'll say your name to your face out loud. So if you're sitting in line with somebody, the woman behind you will say, honey, look, it's Susan Sarandon, right here, Susan Sarandon. And then they'll poke her. And then she'll turn around. And then they'll just look at her and then she'll turn back around. And then they'll talk about how they just saw Susan Sarandon. It's bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, what's the scariest thing to you about fame?
I mean, all of it. As soon as you have fame, you cannot have fame really quickly. Maybe I'll apprentice with Ryder. I'll create some art with him. There's nothing else to do but be famous. Everybody wants to be famous. Even politicians.
What is the ultimate goal of fame, though?
I don't know. I sometimes wonder if anybody knows.
Think of a lover of yours. Think of how their lips look from a distance. They are perfect, pure sex. Think of the most moist, soft body part. Now think of fame. Now think of me.